Morning, folks. I know I had that lighter around here somewhere. So, I'll start with the e-begging. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. If you feel inclined, if you think what I do is worthwhile, please donate. I will be using every penny I get to either improve this shop or my YouTube channel or get to the States. And really, it all ends up getting me to the States. So tonight I'm doing my live stream, 8:30 Newfoundland time, which will be 7 o'clock Eastern Standard. It will be the eternal AMA, but the topic I'll be covering tonight, which doesn't necessarily apply to the AMA, will be the pop culture resistance, we'll call it. Anyone who has spoken to me at all, or watched any of my videos, is very well aware that, I've got to shift my chair here, very well aware that I oppose the diversity, inclusion, and equity, or DIE agenda in the pop culture space. I oppose it in any space it's injected into, but especially pop culture, because that's destroying modern mythologies. And I'm very pleased to be able to say that there are people pushing back, and not just pushing back successfully, but epically successfully. Eric July, for example, if you know who he is, or if you know the term Rippaverse, which has been in the news among pop culture, at least this week, that motherfucker rolled a natural 20 on his business check. Like, holy shit. He, last number I saw was 2.23 million, something like that. This is for a comic book that has not been released, but people are so tired of the intersectional SJW stuff, the woke, being pushed into our spaces by people who don't even want to be in those spaces, who thought those spaces were toxic. That, I mean, we're all just sick of it. Move my phone away from the ashes. But we're all just sick and tired of watching epic franchises being pulled to pieces by people who either A, don't love the franchise, B, actively hate the franchise, or C, simply don't give a shit. Right? I mean, bowing to the Twitter mob is absolutely insane. You're looking at people. Oh, actually, that is the symbol from one of the masks of my favorite character from comics, Azrael, from the 90s. I didn't follow him post his own series too much, so I really don't know a lot about the... I know the red, gold, and black costume. The original Sword of Azrael. I know the character's gone through permutations since, not germane to the video. But my point is this. The infiltration of pop culture spaces by people who had no interest in being in them anyway, other than to tear them down, is something that a lot of people my age, I'm 46, and little older, little younger, Gary Beekler's in his 50s, that's Gary from Nerdrotic, who actually kind of inspired what I'm doing. Well, him and Razor Fist, who was on the last Friday Night Tights. One of the things they talked about was how you have guys like Eric July and a couple of other people that I'm going to mention in tonight's live stream, including Razor Fist, they were talking about how they need people to talk about the change or the new guys who are coming along, the people who are pushing back against this agenda. They need people like that to talk about, like, or I think I just scatterbrained the hell out of that, but they want people who aren't necessarily particularly talented, and I'm one of those. I do a bit of writing, I do this, but I do a little bit of audio work, I do a little bit of writing, I do poetry reading. You guys, I mean, uh, 53 subscribers, that's a big deal to me. But that's one of the other things I want to do tonight. I'm going to highlight the big guns, Razor Fist and Eric July. I think that's fair to call them the big guns. But I'm also going to talk about one of my friends, one of my newest acquaintances, and potentially one or two more people. These are the people who are pushing back against the pop culture infiltration. Eric July has shown that not only can it be done, it can be done extremely successfully and extremely lucratively. Because, like he says, he's giving the customer what they want. And there's a reason Marvel, DC, Disney, Netflix, all these creatives, which they're not creating shit, but all these franchises, Star Trek, Star Wars, what else went woke? Spider-Man, X-Men, you name it. I mean, there's almost no classic franchise that hasn't gotten woke in some fashion or other and been damaged by it. But all of these, the people who are pushing back against all of this shit, they need people to talk about it, to get the word out. And being someone who knows how powerful word of mouth is, and I'm one fuck of a mouthpiece, I'm absolutely willing to be the guy who goes, yeah, okay, so you like this? Try this guy. And here's why you should try this guy. Well, I'm not going to get on the soapbox yet, though I easily could. But this will be the basis for the live stream opening tonight. Now, there aren't a lot of rules with my AMAs. I do have to be careful somewhat of what I say on YouTube. I think I'm small enough to fly somewhat under the algorithm's radar. But I keep pushing because I just can't help myself. This stuff needs to be talked about. This stuff deserves to be talked about. And I'm extremely hopeful that talking about it will encourage other people, whatever level of talent, who want to do something to get in there. I'm also going to mention one really big name. If, and I have to do a bit of research, but if they haven't gone woke, and I don't believe they ever will, yeah, I'm going to be mentioning him probably right off the top of the show. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm going to keep this one short. So the live stream is at 8:30 Newfoundland time tonight. I really encourage anyone who's subbed to me to come in, show your support in chat. I may have a celebrity guest or two pop into chat. And it's one of the things that actually really irritates me that I haven't gotten good enough at. The tech side of things, to be able to bring on guests yet. But that's coming. That's going to be one of the goals. Which, to do something akin to a pop culture talk show, I guess. But the eternal AMA side of things is going to stay. Absolutely. And if I get to the point that I can actually do interviews and talk show format stuff with people who are trying to promote products that are in that pop culture resistance space, aces. You know, I'd love to be able to bring on, say, an established author. Uh, here's the dream at this point. I'd love to be able to bring on someone like Razor Fist or Eric July and have the chat just ask them a few questions, and I'd ask them a few questions myself. And just talk to these people to get a feel for their character. That's something that talk shows don't do anymore. You don't get a feel for the character of a person on a talk show. It's all reality TV. Yeah, my opinions on reality TV aren't well known, but suffice it to say they're not positive. But things that are prepped and basically scripted, that's never going to be the way I run my show. And it wouldn't matter if someone said, okay, here's $50,000, talk to this guy about this, this, and this. Do not mention this, this, and this. I'm sorry, you just paid me $50,000 to watch your whole plan go up in smoke. And yeah, I know that's going to cost me some business, but no, integrity is more important. Starting from the bottom, it's easy to say it now. And of course, there are people thinking this, oh, it's easy to say that now, but what happens when you get big and it actually matters? The integrity will matter even more at that point. Anyway, 12 minutes seems good to me. So hopefully I will see you all there. The donation links still active down below. If you have been donating, let me know, because who knows? Maybe I'm just not getting messages. Anyway, other than that, I'll see you guys tonight. Love you all. Take it easy. Bye-bye. Oh, that's the button.